Hi everyone, my name is Shahid and I have been working as a mountaineering instructor since 2013. So it's been almost 2 years now. Apart from that, I have also been involved in mountaineering actively since 2013 till date. Or apart from that, I have just earned a new degree in my martial art, that is Filipino martial art, Pikiti Tertia Kali. So I'm also a Lakan Guru in that. So it all started in 2013, I would say. But to be more precise, the things began in my life prior to 2013. I decided now it's too much for me and I need to do something to overcome it, because by 2013 I had questioned myself enough. This is how I would put myself. My confidence level began to be questioned by myself only, because all I was getting in my attempts was failures in a nutshell. So if we talk about what major decision I took in 2013, so that was to start with mountaineering. The question arises, why mountaineering? Why not something else? The whole point was I always wanted to do something where I could take up leadership roles and have some sense of achievement, sense of responsibility that has to be executed on the ground. So something dynamic was required for me. So I reported to the institute, Atal Bihari Vajpayee Institute of Mountaineering and Allied Sports in Manali, and got my first basic course successfully completed. So that 1 month gave me an opportunity to realize what achievement is. That 1 month gave me an opportunity to feel how taking up responsibilities, taking up ownership makes you feel like. Because in the training there was rock craft, snow craft, ice craft. We had to wake up early, 5 o'clock in the morning, and since 5 o'clock in the morning till late evenings, let's say 8 or 9 o'clock, we were absolutely utilizing our time. We were completely engrossed in the training. That 1 month, I would say, was the first time where maximum productivity could be seen by me in my life. Before that, the only part where I saw the productivity was academics. But still I don't consider, because everybody does that. I wanted something dynamic, as I said before, right? Soon I decided, applied for another course in another institute, Johar Institute of Mountaineering and Winter Sports, that is in Pahalgam, in 2014. So by 2014, I had started preparing myself accordingly, and I've seen a lot of positive changes in my life. The first thing was that anger, the frustration, that feeling of disappointment and feeling of being a failure got reduced drastically. Now what I want to say over here is, just feeling and knowing what you are capable of is not enough. One has to prove it on ground. And if somebody is not giving you that opportunity, it's better you create that opportunities for yourself. If you have that drive, you will always come up with some sort of solutions. I mean, there are problems all around, but definitely there is a solution, provided you are willing to come up with a solution. The course went well, and the good part was the institute had instructors from Army, High Altitude Warfare School. So that somewhere had a trust built up in me. I want to perform more better, just because some soldiers are looking at me, they are observing me, they are my instructors. So the drive to perform better was much more than what it was in my previous course. My first peak, Golab Kangadi, in 2014. It was a part of the course where the trainees were taken to a peak 6,000 meter plus. So one thing I want to share when it comes to advanced course and that particular peak was the responsibility given to me. I remember there were a couple of trainees from West Bengal, and they had some problem continuing ahead while climbing. Maybe they were exhausted or whatsoever it was, and we were proceeding towards the summit. I, along with another trainees that were from Garoods, Indian Air Force, they were given the responsibility of taking those 2 to 3 trainees to the summit. Right. So that was the opportunity for me to prove it. Yes, it's not just about reaching first. It's not just about thinking about yourself and moving ahead, running ahead. There is something more to life. If you're a really capable person, you will help others rise. If you're a leader, you will create a leader. I remember when we reached the base camp, it was announced by our instructor from Army, Ustad Mangal. would like to mention his name over here. He is still serving in Kumaon Regiment. He announced that two people played a very vital role. One of them was me, and people clapped. I was not moved by their clapping. For me, more important was the task given to me, which I did to my satisfaction and to the satisfaction of the person who allotted the task to me. So that satisfaction I got to feel for the first time. This is a small thing, but it made a major difference in my life. So one of my instructor, he just referred me towards Indian Mountaineering Foundation, although we were aware of it, and he told me there is an option where I could apply as a liaison officer and go on expeditions along with the foreign mountaineers that come to the country, right? So then I applied to IMF to go as an liaison officer. In 2015, I got a chance to go as an LO, liaison officer, with a team from Poland who was to climb Mount Non. I want to tell about my first expeditions for the viewers, that so that they take it as a lesson, they take it, understand what a mindset of a I would say a fighting personality is, right? What a mindset of a leader is like. So I remember I had a fever during those days, right from Delhi, and I didn't opted to take some medicine even, right? Because I thought maybe within a day or two it will be over. So we reported to IMF, we got along, and we just flew off to Ladakh. Now, before climbing Mount Non, we decided to climb Mount Stoke Kangri, right? Stoke Kangri was also a peak where one could acclimatize themselves well before climbing a 7,000 meter plus peak, which was Mount Non, whose altitude was 7,135 meters, 7,135 meters. So when I reached Leh, instead of getting well, my fever elevated, and I still didn't bother to take much medicines. I thought it would be over. When the day arrived, yes, now we have to climb. It was just the next day when we arrived. Immediately next day we had to leave. We climbed in fever. I'm not trying to say I did a very great role, but what I'm trying to say is, once you decide what you have to do it, you can always push yourself. Climbing a 6,000 meter peak in fever is still not easy, but of course it's not that difficult even. And within 4 days after climbing Stoke Kangri, we left for Mount Non. I couldn't proceed ahead because I had something which didn't suit my stomach, and I had to return back on medical grounds. That was quite disappointing for me, but over there it was a time to decide. The will must not take your judgment. If you know what is the decision that you're supposed to take in the mountaineering, if I talk about, the will must not take over your judgment. So I had to return back along with one of the fellow climber who again got unwell over there. Remain incomplete. I won't call it failure. I would just say it got incomplete. So it was not over. Then down the line again I applied as a liaison officer. I wanted to go back to the same peak. I mentioned that preference peak should be given the same peak. But then I was sent to another peak, adjoining peak, that is Mount Kun. Now this time in 2016 I was along with a team from United States of America. We went to the Kun base camp. Now the unfortunate part was, in that expedition I couldn't get along with them due to logistic reasons. They couldn't accommodate me in their team. They had limited tents, 1 or 2 tents that couldn't accommodate 3 people in it, along with their equipment and all. So for me, that was again a disappointing part, but I didn't let it end up into complete disappointment. I knew I had 1 month to spend over there, and I utilized that time while climbing 2 peaks towards north and south of Mount Kun's base camp. And I did those peaks solo. I mentioned about those peaks and those climbs in my blog even. If somebody wants to read about it in detail. So those were my 2 solo climbs for the first time which I did. So down the line life went on, and in 17 sorry, I again applied with IMF for another expedition that was upcoming for Mount Satopant. It was actually IMF's medical expedition where one of the doctor, a renowned doctor, whose name is Dr. Gurtu, he was associated with us. He was the leader of the team, and he was to train us and share his medical knowledge which could be utilized in the mountains. So we left for the peak Mount Satopant in 2017, which was summited successfully on 29th May, and that was the first 7,000 meter peak that was successfully scaled by me. Down the line, again applied as a liaison officer already, and I was again associated with a team from Germany for Mount Jogin 1 in the month of September 2017. So Mount Jogin is in Gangotri region, and the base camp is Kedartar. We had a lot of tough time over there, a lot of dealing with bad weather, snowfalls, and various other aspects associated with the mountaineering. After all the efforts, 1 month's effort, we got to climb that peak, and in fact that was the most memorable peak expedition of my life, because I was associated, we got along with a team of mountaineers from Border Security Force, BSF, that was already preparing to go for Mount Everest in the year 2018. So in 2017, Mount Jogin 1 was their last peak for the year. It was a kind of preparatory peak for them. So we climbed together. The best thing that I got from that particular team was the sense of camaraderie, which I had not seen so far. So it was the first time where I could feel the sense of brotherhood and sense of camaraderie with them. In 2019, I had already applied for something that IMF had Everest Massive Expedition. Right. So it was a selection process in which people were from various fields related to the mountaineering had already applied. They were shortlisted, and they were separated in two groups. One of them was sent to Johar Institute of Mountaineering, which is in Pahalgam. The other was in Nehru Institute. So I was in the Nehru Institute of Mountaineering group. So having worked as an instructor, now I was once again as a trainee, or let's say a participant who was going through the selection process. So it went for 20 days. The selection process was rigorous. It was physically and mentally quite challenging. And finally, when we were done with it, we got an opportunity to climb Mount DKD. That was my another new peak that I climbed this particular year. The shortlisted people were again collected together, and they were brought to this another selection process under the banner of Pre-Everest Expedition to Mount Trishul, which we just recently climbed on the 19th of this particular month, that is September 2019. So I wanted to train people in something which could help them, which could uplift them, and thus the way I have gone through my struggles, emotional setbacks, failures, and uplifted myself, analyzing, introspecting myself. I wanted, if there are people, which definitely there are, I wanted to help them. And my way of helping them was to bring out the leader in them. If they have that fire in them, I wanted to be a person who would take up the responsibility of pulling that required leader in them. So I decided to start my own startup company. I registered it in the name of the Mountainites. So I came up with an idea where I wanted to train a person in 5 days course. Individual in the aspects such as map reading, navigation, basics of mountaineering and trekking, medical aid and first aid, medical and I would say first aid techniques that are used in the outdoors, and lastly it was your PTK, Pediatricia Kali. So I formed a 5 days course where a willing participant could be trained in all these aspects, and I wanted to proceed ahead by delivering some lectures, indoor classes, and finally going in the outdoors and executing it for themselves and see what they learn out of it. So that's all the Mountainites is all about.